when I talk about avoiding the pitfalls of extra duty and off duty, and you and I know some of those. There's a lot of liability that goes with sending someone out that you're not managing with a direct supervisor to work inside of an environment where they are going to be directly responsible for themselves and accountable to the client. Obviously, you help with the liability because you oversee some of that. If the client's unhappy, they're able to talk to you about it. They are able to report that. But I also wanted to touch on that thing, the seedy side of it, where at the end of a night, it looks like an officer's taking an envelope of cash for whatever they did for the last 8 hours. You take that part away because you bill directly on behalf of the agency, and that money is dispersed legally and with the proper taxing and all of those things, correct?
Yeah, so we can pay officers in basically one of two ways. We can pay them directly. We send out checks. We do direct deposits, whatever individual officers want. And we do that weekly or in conjunction with the payroll cycles of the department, however the department and municipality wants us to do it, whatever timing they want. And then at the end of the year, in that example, we'll send out one 1099. It doesn't matter if a particular officer worked at Waffle House, Walmart, Chuck E. Cheese, and for Comcast, he gets one 1099 because it's coming from us. Now, the other way that we can pay officers is we pay the city or the county, and then the county or the city pays the officers for their existing payroll cycles. And we pay again, whenever they want us to pay. Usually it's in conjunction with their existing payroll cycles. But yeah, in either case, it's above board, right? It's the taxes are above board. There's records are kept for 7 years. It's the cash on site, which what you just mentioned, it opens up a Pandora's box of problems. Not the least of which is everybody in America walks around with a TV or a movie camera on their phone. And do you really want a movie of one of your officers at a bar at 3 a.m. getting an envelope with a pile of money in it on YouTube Sunday? So, and then as you bring up, there's the taxation around question marks around that, and the target for the IRS. So yeah, we alleviate the risk and kind of clean it up.
Yeah, because equally embarrassing, and it would be some criminal action by the IRS to say this officer has worked X amount of years of off duty. I think we regularly see that when officers go through a divorce or they have some upheaval at home, and all of a sudden there's accountability called in for years past, that the department would have a tough time explaining why they didn't manage better.
Yeah, and I know of a couple, more than a couple of departments who had an issue like what you're talking about right now, where they had to pay back taxes because officers weren't paying taxes on what they should have been, right? And the city, the county, or whatever didn't hold them accountable. You're playing Russian roulette or something like that.